The Carthari Empire had seen thousands of species across the stars, hulking war beasts from the sulfur moons of Dravik, crystalline thinkers from the void halls of Veon, and gas-borne swarms from the twin nebulas of Zarn. They thought they had seen everything. Then came humans. When the first Terran diplomatic envoy arrived at the Galactic Concord on Virex 9, the laughter began almost immediately. The Carthari high strategist hissed with amusement as the humans stepped onto the platform. Bipedal, hair-covered, soft-skinned creatures with exposed sensory organs and no visible armor. Are these the ambassadors or the food? One Carthari general sneered, his mandibles clicking with cruel delight. The humans, ever calm, smiled politely. It wasn't until war broke out that the real amusement began. The Carthari invaded the border world of Telmaris III, not because it was strategic, but because it was Terran. They wanted to make a point. Humanity was weak, fragile, and beneath the stars. Their armada descended on the human colony with precision and overwhelming firepower. The first ground battle was over in minutes. Human soldiers were torn apart by plasma rounds, limbs dismembered, bodies shredded. The Carthari kept footage for morale, laughing as human blood splattered across rocks. But by the next day, the laughter stopped, because the same humans they had killed were back on their feet. Sergeant Eliza Grant had taken 3 rounds to the chest and 1 to the skull. Her body had been left in a crater. Yet when the Carthari scouting team returned to clear the dead, she was gone, and soon after, her squad was ambushed from behind. Corporal Malik, whose arm had been vaporized, was seen hours later using that same arm to crush a Carthari's trachea with his bare hand. Commander Torvak of the Carthari watched hours of surveillance in disbelief. "They do not die," he muttered. "They break, and then they reform." The truth came in fragments, hidden in field reports and Black Ops transmissions. Human soldiers had been using advanced bio-nanites, microscopic machines fused with organic regeneration therapy. But what alarmed the Carthari scientists more was this. It wasn't technology alone. Even without the nanites, humans had an absurd natural ability to recover. Bone density reformed faster than most species could clot blood. Muscle fibers reknitted overnight. Skin regrew from burns that would leave others crippled. Their bodies flooded with endorphins and anti-inflammatory chemicals during trauma, allowing them to fight through pain that would kill others from shock. But the most disturbing revelation came when Carthari scientists studied a captured prisoner, Lieutenant Riker Hale. He had been pierced through the abdomen and had his left eye incinerated. He was taken alive for interrogation. On the 4th day, he escaped. Security footage showed him walking through fire, bleeding but smiling. When 2 Carthari guards cornered him, he rammed his broken leg into the wall, resetting the bone mid-charge, then gutted them both with a steel pipe. The footage circulated across the fleet. The laughter stopped completely. The Carthari began to understand. Humanity wasn't fragile. It was resilient, aggressively, terrifyingly so. They didn't fear death because they danced at its edge every day. They didn't fear pain because they used it. Where other species shut down, humans evolved to rise. High strategist Zelvier called an emergency meeting. "We have awakened something ancient, something feral. These creatures, these humans, they break, but they do not stop. We must escalate," growled General Threx. "Destroy their regeneration labs. Nuke their outposts. Cut the head." They tried. The labs were decoys. The outposts were traps. And every time the Carthari attacked, more human soldiers returned, scarred, grinning, and hungry for vengeance. Soon, whispers spread across the fleet. The humans weren't just regenerating. They were learning. Every time they were hurt, they returned faster, harder, and smarter. Their bodies adapted. Their tactics improved. Their rage deepened. One Carthari medic tried to understand it. "Pain fuels them," he wrote. "Fear sharpens them. We have made a species that thrives on trauma." The final blow came during the siege of Outpost Theta 9. The Carthari deployed a bioplasma storm, designed to liquefy organic matter. They flooded the battlefield with corrosive winds. Human casualties were 92%. Bodies melted into pools. 3 days later, 17 humans emerged from the tunnels beneath the outpost. Naked, burned, covered in regenerative mesh. They slaughtered 200 Carthari troops using salvaged armor and sharpened debris. And then they sent a message to the fleet. We heal. You don't. Keep bleeding. After that, the invasion halted. The Carthari forces retreated. The war didn't end with a treaty. It ended with silence. Human ships didn't pursue. They let the silence stretch. They let fear ferment. Back at the Galactic Concord, the laughter never returned. Instead, when humans entered the chamber now, they were given space, respect, fear. No one called them fragile again. And deep in the Carthari War archives, a single warning was added to the human species file. Humans may bend. Humans may bleed. But gods help you if you think they ever break.